Republican Senator Lindsey Graham has become one of the most pernicious Republican senators. Part of why he is so slippery is that Lindsey Graham knows how to, every once in a while, behave sort of normally, despite being mostly an incompetent and dangerous buffoon who sucks up to Trump at every opportunity. And so, as an example, last week, Lindsey Graham gave a speech during the late at night when the count of the electoral vote had resumed after the armed insurrection was quelled, at least temporarily. Lindsey Graham gave a very reasonable sounding speech saying, listen, I supported this president and I wanted him to win, but this strategy isn't going to work and that strategy isn't going to work. And in the end, the reason we're here is mostly perfunctory and we have no choice but to say Joe Biden is the next president. And a lot of people said, oh, OK, not bad. Golf clap. He's making some sense. And within just a couple of days of that, Lindsey Graham appears on Fox News begging for mercy for Trump to avoid being impeached or removed. Just pathetic Lindsey Graham begging. Look at this.
I'm calling on President-elect Biden to pick up the phone and call Nancy Pelosi and the squad to end the second impeachment. President Trump gave a statement last night that was helpful. It hit the mark. He wants to move on to a peaceful transfer of power. He wants this to end.
Calling on Biden to call Nancy Pelosi? What? In just those first 20 seconds, Lindsey is talking about he's making statements riddled with lies and distortions. He wants Biden to call Pelosi. The House of Representatives must determine if Trump's behavior is worthy of impeachment. If it is, the House must impeach. It's their responsibility and it is their duty. I don't want nor need Joe Biden calling Nancy Pelosi to influence her one way or the other. If you said, hey, Joe should call Nancy to encourage her to impeach. No, he shouldn't. No, he shouldn't. The decision on impeachment is for the House of Representatives, period. Second, Lindsey says Trump made a helpful statement and committed to a peaceful transfer. Trump was essentially forced out there to say the equivalent of, now that I've burned the whole house down, I promise not to light any more matches. And he did it under duress, And he didn't even mean it, as evidenced by the tweets that he sent immediately after. So 20 seconds, disgusting from Lindsey. Let's look at the end of what he had to say.
President Trump gave a statement last night that was helpful. It hit the mark. He wants to move on to a peaceful transfer of power. He wants this to end. I've been with him most of the day. He's going to focus on his agenda, his successes for the American people in the next few days. But Joe Biden said it's up to Congress regarding impeachment. No, President-elect Biden, it's up to you. Pick up the phone, call Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and the squad and tell them, stand down. This will destroy the country even further. You have the power to do that. The question is, do you have the courage to do it?
Joe Biden was right. It's up to Congress. Lindsey is a disgusting Trump tool. And also, by the way, again, with the meme of this will be divisive and it will further destroy the country. I'm sick of the hypocrisy and this opportunist nonsense from these people. Whenever they are the ones causing the disunity, they say, this is a time to come together. We need unity. Whenever they are out of power and can't do anything, as they will be in just a few days, they say, well, now we need bipartisanship. Whenever anger and wanting consequences for actions turns against them because of their radical behavior, like last week, they caused us to get to this point. And now they say, oh, we need calm. And now that they've been as divisive as anyone in history in the United States, they say, oh, impeachment would be divisive. Now, impeachment's required. The divisive acts are the ones that warrant impeachment. When the facts say you must impeach, you must impeach. And by the way, had Republican senators like Lindsey Graham voted to convict Donald Trump on impeachment the first time, the riot never would have happened. And those same Republican senators now think they get to tell us whether Trump should be impeached a second time. It's pathetic. Lindsey constantly playing both sides. And by the way, the sick irony of it failing. Lindsey has been trying to play both sides for years, and he's been trying to do it over the last 4 days as well. It failed. Lindsey sort of gave a mildly reasonable speech on the floor of the House during that joint session on what was it, Wednesday night, very early Thursday morning. But then he still is begging for mercy for Trump and defending Trump. But he was at the airport at the end of last week getting ready to get on a plane, and he had to have police protection because the MAGA Trumpist people were screaming traitor, traitor, traitor and surrounding Lindsey Graham. So it's so pathetic that even his mealy-mouthed hypocrisy and playing both sides has not spared him the ire from the same riotous insurrectionists who stormed the Capitol last week. And it all has to end. There are such bigger issues here that need to be dealt with in this country to really get this insanity under control. Widespread ignorance as a virus, the mind virus of ignorance and lack of media literacy is part of the problem. We'll keep talking about the bigger picture issues, but what a pathetic clown Lindsey Graham has really become. One of our sponsors today is Magic Spoon. The reason I'm such a fan of Magic Spoon is they allow me to enjoy the delicious breakfast cereals I loved as a kid without all the sugar and without the unhealthy ingredients, because Magic Spoon makes breakfast cereal that you really can't tell apart from those tasty sugary cereals that we all know. But each serving of Magic Spoon has no sugar, 3 net carbs, and 11 grams of protein. So it's perfect for someone on a low carb keto diet, just anybody trying to eat healthier and cut back on the sugar. You can choose from cocoa, frosted fruity, cinnamon, blueberry, or peanut butter. They all taste amazing. And Magic Spoon now lets you create your own customized variety pack with the flavors you choose. They really do stand by their product and will refund 100% of your money if you don't love it. No questions asked. Go to magicspoon.com/Pakman to build your own custom variety box today. Make sure to use promo code Pakman to get free shipping. The link is right underneath this video.